Fans scrolling through their feeds recently did a complete double take, and honestly, you can't blame them. A photo quietly resurfaced online, and the internet absolutely lost its mind over it. It involves Ripa, her husband Mark Consuelos, a beach setting, and one reaction from Mark that said everything without saying a single word. Stick around, because this story is even better than the photo itself. Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the most talked about moments in celebrity news, Hollywood lifestyle, and pop culture updates that you don't want to miss. Today we're diving into the world of one of daytime television's most beloved and genuinely entertaining power couples, Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Now, if you've been following this duo for any amount of time, you already know they are not your average Hollywood couple. They're funny, they're real, they're wildly fit, and they are absolutely unapologetically in love, even after nearly 3 decades together. But something recently caught the internet's attention in a big way, and it involves Kelly, a stunning black swimsuit, and a reaction from Mark that fans are calling iconic. Let's get into it. For anyone who might be newer to the world of Ripa, here's a quick snapshot of why this woman is such a cultural force. Ripa has been one of the most recognizable faces in American daytime television for over 2 decades. She rose to fame as a beloved actress on the legendary soap opera All My Children, and from there, she became the co-host of what is now known as Live with Kelly and Mark, a show that has dominated morning television ratings for years. But here's what makes Kelly different from the usual celebrity story. She's not just the host. She's the personality, the wit, the energy. She brings an authenticity to everything she does that very few television personalities can match. And then there's her husband, Mark Consuelos, actor, producer, and now Kelly's co-host on Live with Kelly and Mark. These two actually met on the set of All My Children back in 1995. Mark was a newcomer. Kelly was already a fan favorite. And the sparks? They were instant. By 1996, just 1 year after meeting, they were married. What followed was something Hollywood rarely gets to witness, a love story that actually lasted. 3 children, decades of laughter, a career built side by side, and a marriage that, even now in 2025, fans can't stop rooting for. So here's where our story takes its viral turn. Ripa is no stranger to social media. With millions of followers across her platforms, she regularly gives fans a glimpse into her life. The humor, the family moments, the vacation snapshots, and yes, occasionally, the kind of posts that set the internet on fire. And that's exactly what happened. A photo resurfaced, originally shared on social media, and fans who had somehow missed it the first time around were absolutely stunned. In the image, Kelly is standing on a sun-drenched beach, looking radiant in a sleek black one-piece swimsuit. At 55 years old, she looks, genuinely, decades younger. Her arms are sculpted, her posture is confident, and her smile, pure, unfiltered joy. But it wasn't just Kelly that got everyone talking. Standing right behind her, shirtless, sunlit, and very clearly doing a double take, is Mark Consuelos. And his expression, that was the moment fans couldn't stop screenshotting. Mark's eyes were practically on the floor. He was checking out his wife, completely, unashamedly, and with the kind of admiration that made even total strangers smile. The caption Kelly added to the post only made it better. When the end is in sight, a playful, cheeky nod to the angle of the photo that had fans erupting in the comments. And then something surprising happened. The celebrity world weighed in too. The comments section became a place of absolute joy. Hundreds of fire emojis, heart eyes flooding every reply. Fans writing things like, "This is relationship goals," and "nothing better than seeing 2 people truly in love." One commenter said, and this is a favorite, "That is the sexiest bend ever, Kelly. We need an encore on this one." But it wasn't just everyday fans who couldn't contain themselves. Celebrity friends jumped into the conversation too. Lisa Rinna, longtime friend of the couple, commented with, "This is just epic," summing up exactly what everyone was thinking. The post racked up hundreds of thousands of likes. And even weeks later, the conversation kept going, with media outlets picking it up and fans tagging friends who had missed it the first time. But here's what's really beautiful about this moment. It wasn't staged. It wasn't a polished, perfectly lit campaign photo. It was two real people who happened to also be one of Hollywood's most iconic couples, just being themselves on a beach. And somehow, that rawness is exactly what made it unforgettable. Now, because fans always want to know, how does Kelly Ripa look the way she looks at 55? It's no secret that Kelly is incredibly dedicated to her health and fitness. She's spoken openly in interviews about her commitment to daily exercise, clean eating, and the kind of disciplined lifestyle that takes real consistency. She's worked with personal trainers for years. She practices yoga. She follows a balanced approach to nutrition that, as her own trainer once noted, is not about deprivation, it's about balance. And the results? Clearly visible to anyone paying attention. At the 2025 Oscars, where Kelly and Mark made a stunning red carpet appearance together, fans were equally floored by Kelly's physique. Social media lit up with comments calling her ripped and goals as she posed in a breathtaking red-orange gown that showcased her incredibly toned arms and silhouette. One fan on social media wrote, "Kelly Ripa has insane side delts. What is going on?" The answer, of course, is years of dedication and an unmistakable love for living well. But that's only part of what makes Kelly Ripa so compelling as a public figure. Because behind the fitness, behind the television empire, behind the viral photos, there is a genuine, deeply rooted love story that fans have been following for nearly 30 years. Kelly and Mark have never pretended their marriage has been perfect. And that honesty, that's what makes them so relatable. Kelly has spoken candidly in interviews about the work that goes into a long marriage. She once said directly, "You're going to fight. You're going to have disagreements." Mark has echoed that same authenticity. Together, they've talked about the importance of communication, of never letting the romance fade, of choosing each other every single day. And in 2021, the couple celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary, a milestone that, in Hollywood especially, feels extraordinary. They've raised 3 children together. Michael, now 27, Lola, 24, who has blossomed into a singer-songwriter with her own growing fan base, and youngest son Joaquin, 23, who just made his Broadway debut in a 2026 revival of Death of a Salesman. Not just a couple, a whole family legacy. And through every chapter, the soap opera years, the morning show years, the parenting years, the co-host era, they've done it together. It's worth taking a step back and appreciating what Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos represent in the bigger picture of pop culture. In an era where celebrity relationships often feel fleeting, where breakups become headlines and long marriages feel almost rare, this couple stands as something genuinely different. They are proof that you can build a career and a marriage, that you can be ambitious and loving. That fame doesn't have to come at the cost of family. And as co-hosts of Live with Kelly and Mark, they've brought that same energy into American living rooms every single morning. The show continues to be one of daytime television's most watched programs, and a big part of that is the undeniable chemistry between these two. Audiences don't just watch the show. They root for the couple behind it. And moments like this swimsuit photo, playful, genuine, full of warmth, remind everyone exactly why. In the end, what this moment really tells us isn't just about a great photo or a viral post. It's about a couple who, after all these years, after every challenge, every milestone, every season of life, still look at each other the way they did when they first met on the set of All My Children back in 1995. Mark still does a double take. Kelly still laughs about it. And fans everywhere, they still love every second of it. That's the kind of love story that doesn't go out of style. And honestly, in a world that moves this fast, it's exactly the kind of reminder we all needed. So here's a question for you. Drop your answer in the comments below. What is it about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos that you love most? Is it their humor, their fitness goals, their love story, or just the way they keep it so genuinely real. Let us know. We read every single comment. And if you enjoyed this celebrity update, make sure you subscribe for more entertainment news and Hollywood stories, because we have a lot more coming that you are not going to want to miss.